Hello, this is Chris Crescents. I'm in the Agios Antonios neighborhood in the old part of Nicosia, and we're here to see the Hadjigeorgakis Kornesios mansion. A lot of history behind this this house. I'm on the outside now. I'm about to meet my cousin. She's a tourist guide, and she's gonna take us from here and give us a tour in English of the place. I'm gonna go right in. So we're gonna go. Hello, Jeanette.
Hello, Chris.
So tell us more about this Hadjigeorgakis Kornesios dragoman's house.
Hadjigeorgakis was from Crete, from Paphos, and his father was a cotton seller, so he was rich, well educated. He used to be the dragoman of Cyprus during the Ottoman period. Cyprus was under the Ottoman Turks from 1571 until 1878. During the 18th century, he used to be the dragoman, the translator, the one who was collecting taxes. And actually the house he bought used to be a palace of the Potocatoro family, a Venetian family. And if you look above the entrance, you're going to see the lion, which is the emblem of St. Marcus, emblem of the Venetian Republic. And down to the left, a duke's hat. That proves us that before this used to be a Venetian building. We come inside the house. Actually, the rich houses had 2 floors. Downstairs they had their stables because they didn't have cars, so they used donkeys and camels. They had the rooms for their servants, their own private hammam. All the rest used to go to the public baths. Fontaine, the fontaine in the marble, which is just in front of us. And we can follow the stairs and go upstairs and see how the house looks inside. Of course, on the fontaine here, you're going to see a 2-headed eagle in the middle. This is the symbol of the Greek Orthodox Church. It used to be the symbol of the Byzantine Empire. What symbolizes is that the church was one, but this later on was divided on East and West, the Roman Catholic Church and the Orthodox Church. Okay, we can go upstairs now. Now, the old houses, like the other houses in the old part of Lefkosia, have high ceilings. This dates to the 18th century. It was renovated in the 18th century. And houses that have been used during the Ottoman times had a closed balcony, which is in front of us. Women were not allowed to walk out in streets. They wanted to see what was going outside, so they watched everything through their closed balconies. They see you, but you cannot see them. This is good for ventilation too. Of course, where Greeks used to live, the windows open. In Ottomans, they were closed. The furniture within this house do not belong to the family. They are antiques. And the main door, the main room of the house is on dusk. It was a place where ambassadors and merchants used to pay a visit to the owner of the house, pay the taxes, and we can see on the wall the portrait of Hadjigeorgakis, and on the side wall to the right, his wife. His wife was niece of the Archbishop of the times. Of course, only men used to lay on these sofas, smoking nargileh. And just behind us on the wall, we can see Constantinople painted on the wall. Yes. And here there is a secret passage. If you open this door, you can go up to the roof. You see there are steps. All the houses within the walls communicate. Either you can climb roof by roof if you wanted to escape from the Turks those times, or going under the road, there are tunnels. Of course, here we can see the family tree of Hadjigeorgakis. The last lady living in this house was Iulia Piki. Maybe you remember her.
Yeah, I remember her.
Because our house, Chris, is just behind here. Through the window you can see our roof.
Yeah, our house was part of this
mansion,
and it's right across the street, our house. We share a wall.
You see where the cypresses are to the left?
Yeah, the windows are closed, but our house is right across the street. I do remember that lady, yes I do.
Of course, the house has been renovated. The last owners, who are still alive, gave this nice building to us so we can enjoy it. It's a museum today. We can see the plans here, how the renovation
progressed.
Has been done. You see how the house and the roof was before. Through these pictures.
This is the before pictures, before the renovation.
The entrance, when we climbed these steps coming in.
This is the way we came in. Actually, you can see from the beginning. I'll try from here. This is from 1981. That's the partition wall on the ground floor. Then we go down to 1982, 83.
Of course,
so
if you look at the house from outside, it looks like a fort, and you can realize it if you look at this sketch here.
This is a huge house. It's a very, very big house.
And of course, these furniture are antique. The clock painted. And there are more antiques in the other rooms, were used as bedrooms.
This is how it looks from the inside. Inside, looking out, I mean. There's another, I think this is a bedroom. What's the story with this room?
It was a bedroom, but the furniture do not have to do anything with the history of the house.
Okay. But they're still pretty old, right? The furniture.
Yes, they are.
They're antiques. The furniture is pretty old.
Don't you remember that our grandma had one of these?
Yeah, we had one of these. I know, we did. This is very, very nice. Historical house. What's in this here? This is the kitchen, it looks like. This is a small kitchen with some antique furniture. Some plates. So that's Janet, my cousin. We grew up together, and like we said earlier in the video, we do live across the street, and our house was part of this mansion. And there's a wall that divides it. We share the same wall.
Now, during the Ottoman times, the Greek Cypriots, they had to wear only black or white, not fancy colors. So how the rich people were, let's say, showing off, just wearing these belts, silver belts, handmade most of them. This one has mother of pearl, and we have St. George on both sides. And earrings made of silver here. And there is a small collection of coins. That have been used during the Ottoman times, Vorosha. And the little one here is a golden pound representing Queen of England, Victoria. This dates to 1900. Of course, you can see how the ladies were dressed those times, the black and white, and later on, during British times, they started changing colors. You see the skirt that is pink. This is silk. And some things made of copper. These are decorative patterns of Islamic origin. Cyprus is the first country that produced copper. The Latin name was Aes Kuprum, and the name Kuprum from Cyprus, Kypros, is until today the name of copper. All these date to the 18th and 19th century, and there are also some Ottoman seals just here to the right. There is some glazed pottery of the 19th century and icons. Now, in an Orthodox church, you do not see the altar like in Catholic churches. There is a screen in front of it. Iconostas is the stand where we place icons. And in Cyprus, all these are made of wood because we do not have marble. So this is the main door, the royal door, as we call it. Only the priest can pass through it. And it represents on top the Annunciation of the Blessed Virgin. And further down we have some saints: Basilios I, Chrysostomos, Gregorios, and Spiridon. Of course, when you go to a house, you are going to be offered, for sure, a tea, a coffee, sweets, homemade sweets. You see the spoons hanging around, so you can open the pot and take the sweets from inside. Instead of making cakes, of course, we still have this habit. We preserve fruits in the syrup and boil them in sugar, like the walnut, the cherries.
These are all saints. And the Virgin Mary. This is the presentation of Christ, the second half of the 19th century. This probably was part of the collection in the house, I believe. That's why they're here. Very impressive area, very impressive house.
Of course, most of the old houses have wood-carved ceilings, and we can see some of these. These three here were kept on roofs and have been transferred here. You see the pomegranate. It's made of wood, symbol of fertility, symbol of goddess Aphrodite that was born here in Cyprus, the goddess of love and beauty, symbol of life and death. When a young couple marries, we break one of these in their feet for good luck. The seeds that come out so many children are going to have. The first day of the year we break again one for good luck. And this is a Turkish set decorated with silver for offering tea.
So we have 1 minute to wrap up the video. We're gonna walk downstairs up to the exit, and so we have 1 more minute to talk. So this is a very impressive house. So when was this house built? What year?
Actually, 16th century, the Bodogadoros, and later on 17.
So the first floor, this is 16th century?
80 about, was renovated by Hadjigeorgakis.
Okay.
18th century, as we see it, 18th century, but again, the renovation was done recently in 1980, I think.
Very impressive. Sure. So this is the way we came in. We're just going right on the outside to. This is in memory.
It is dominated with the Europa Nostra Award.
So we're gonna be wrapping this up shortly. And this is where it's located, and this is the hours of operation. You can see it. I'll leave it there for about 30 seconds so everybody can take the information down if they need. So it's open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And it's closed on Sundays and Mondays. A lot of people ask me why these museums are open they're closed on Mondays. I think it has something to do with the European Union. I think all the European Union museums, or most of them, are closed on Mondays. I think that's the rules. Okay, I want to thank Janetta, my cousin, the tourist guide, for giving us this tour. He did a very good job.
That was only a 5-minute tour, Chris.
All right. No, it was 20 minutes. It's on the record. It's a 21-minute tour. I have it right here in front of me. The clock is running. So thank you very much. And just to show you where we are, this is the Agios Antonios church right there. It's the Agios Antonios area neighborhood, all part of Nicosia. And this is Patriarchal Grigoriou Street. That's the street we grew up. And right over there. Actually, let me show you the site here, just to use a little bit more time and show you how small the side street is. But it's maintained like this from all these centuries. This is a very barely filled pizza car, but cars go through here. And you can see the houses on the left with the windows, the bar windows. Obviously they had no security fire regulations back then, but as you heard from the tour, if they had to escape, they were going through the roof or the basement. That they had tunnels and a lot of things in there that we cannot show you right now. And like I said before, our house is a little bit further down to the other side, and it was part of this mansion. It's just on the other side of if you see pictures on my timeline Facebook wall, you can see the house that I'm living in. And a lot of people say to me, oh, you live in the museum. Actually, it is like a museum, and we are lucky to live there. And this was the Hadjigeorgakis Kornesios mansion tour that was given by my cousin. And you can see more videos of Cyprus, all over Cyprus, on my YouTube channel. Just subscribe to the channel so you can get updated with all the rest of the videos. I think I have at this moment almost 200 videos, short videos. Thank you very much. And this is gonna take another 10 more seconds. I go back to the hours here. Leave it there for you for a few seconds, and this is a wrap.